Something rather annoying happened in the London National Gallery. A couple of misguided fools have defaced and vandalized one of Vincent van Gogh's sunflower paintings. It really doesn't matter their supposed cause, because their solution is destruction. They proved themselves incapable of offering solutions to whatever problem they're trying to solve or call attention to. This is attention seeking and vandalism masked as activism. Now, I feel sorry for the two young girls, and I thank the good Lord Jesus Christ that I still have my wits about me. I'm grateful this artwork is in a museum for the public to see. It could be locked away in some mansion for only wealthy eyes. But here it is, displayed in all its glory, restored so beautifully, only to be defaced by cowards. What group do these young girls belong to? I'd be interested in knowing where they're getting ideas like this. Who oversees them? Who has been influencing them? This affects everyone, because now we all live in a society where there are two young girls with jail time on their record and the potential to do more damage. Oh, and they're part of a group of like-minded people. Were they really thinking for themselves? I believe they were brainwashed. Nevertheless, weak-minded enough to allow themselves to be brainwashed in the first place, but still brainwashed, so I can express some mercy. They're really lucky the painting was behind glass. Well, enough about these minions. I'm an oil painter, and given the news, I feel inspired to paint the sunflowers myself so that I can cherish them in my own home. The museums are generous enough to share the painting on display, so I thought I would share my knowledge with the public as well, in a creation-based way. I'd like to see this painting live on reverently, regardless of the amount of disrespect thrown at it. So here we are, just setting up a little painting area, nothing crazy, just an old sheet to protect the flooring. Here's a cleaned out jelly jar, and I'm filling the bottom fourth or so with boiled linseed oil. This is to thin out the first layer. Now this first layer is important because it'll show through a bit, and it sets the tone for the entire painting. Not to mention, it makes the giant blank canvas seem less intimidating. By the way, this is an 18 by 24 canvas I bought from Hobby Lobby. The original is about 30 by 40 inches, but I'm not going for a direct copy. I just left this to dry for about an hour. It doesn't have to be completely dry. Now I'm going to line draw the shapes to get everything laid out. Now, this is where drawing skills come in handy, because every painting is essentially a drawing that's been colored in. So the painting process goes much smoother if you have a solid foundation in drawing skills. However, freehanding can take a long time to learn, so if you're developing and you're not happy with the way your drawing is looking on the canvas, feel free to use a tracing machine as a teaching tool to point out where your proportions can improve. There's no shame in using a tracing tool if you use it as a way to help build your skill and learn from mistakes. And you know, if it's not perfect, it'll be alright, because floral shapes are so organic and forgiving that we can fudge our way through some of the quote-unquote imperfections. Alright, let's get some yellow on this canvas already. Here I've mixed up some yellow ochre with cadmium yellow medium with just a dash of dioxazine purple, because yellow and purple are opposites. Now that purple is going to tone down or decrease the vibrancy of this bottom yellow section that would be the table that the vase is sitting on. Now I realize that the original has more of a blue tone rather than purple, but experts think that Van Gogh used purple originally and that the red in the mixture has gone away, so to say, over time, so I'll use purple. Now, I loaded up my brush so the paint would overflow and thickly spill out along the edge of the brush stroke. Now, I really like seeing the various shadows from globbed thick paint. It highlights the brush strokes and adds some texture. And whenever I first started painting, I was so scared of messing up that I barely had any paint on my paintbrush. And I would keep everything thinned out and smooth, and my professor would ask me what I was painting with since I didn't have nearly enough paint on my brush. Moving on to the lighter background, I mixed up the yellow ochre with cadmium lemon and a bit of titanium white. I didn't fully mix them together. I grabbed mostly the lemon and then bits of the other two colors and swirled them around for a second on my palette. Then I would go in with the brush stroke. Now I was able to show the different colors within each stroke. You'll find it very useful to pull up a high quality image online so that you can zoom in to better color match. And if you notice the brush strokes, he did this sort of basket pattern where he moved the brush side to side and then up and down on this background portion. Now I am just going to town. I am filling up that canvas here. No time to waste. We're just filling that canvas up. Now, I get to be a little bit careless here because we have that bottom layer. I don't have to worry so much about covering the blank white spaces. There's color underneath. I can just go to town. To tackle those super thick flowers with the green in the center, I mixed up some yellow ochre with transparent red oxide, and then I'm just coming in with a smaller brush to get the edges cleaned up and add some more globs of paint there. Perfect.